Sheriff Lee Backer decided to release her on unexplained medical grounds. The judge in this case then ordered her back to jail on June the 8th, and she has been here and obviously having spent some time at the Twin Towers Medical Facility as well for the past couple of weeks or so. And any minute now, this whole ordeal should be at an end for Paris Hilton. Now, we've been hearing, obviously, Suzanne, from Paris Hilton herself, who has made a couple of calls from her jail cell, that she is a changed woman, that she wants to do good. She no longer wants to act dumb. I think it's a surprise to some people that it was actually all an act. It's breaking news, obviously, that Paris Hilton does, in fact, have an IQ of 150, or, well, we'll find out the truth about all of that when she comes out. She also says, of course, she's found God. She's been reading the Bible in her cell here at the jail. And I can tell you, too, that shortly before she went into jail, just a couple of days before, in fact, she attended a discipleship meeting known as the Foundry. That is attached to Bel Air Presbyterian Church, not too far from her parents' home there. Now, sources that I had who were also at that meeting said that she spent the entire time of the meeting actually on her sidekick phone. Now, the charitable explanation, of course, might be that she was taking notes. More likely, she was probably finding out where Nicole Richie and Lindsay Lohan were drinking that night. Either way, we have to wait and see now. Will Paris Hilton live up to her word? Will she be a changed woman when she steps out of this jail, which, as I say, should happen any second now, Suzanne?
Jonathan, thanks for all that information. Now, I understand that when the Hiltons first arrived a little while ago, they showed up in their Escalade, but they came very close to the media, and maybe it was overwhelming. They drove away for a while. What was that about?
Yeah, they turned up just around 15 minutes ago. Now, obviously, there are, as you can see, hordes of media all around this facility right now. Some of them spotted the black Escalade, ran over to it. A mob of photographers and cameramen then went towards that black Escalade, and they did drive away for a few minutes. They've now driven back in, and I think you can probably take a live look at the Escalade there. You can see Kathy Hilton and Rick Hilton sitting in the back, just waiting to greet their daughter as soon as she comes out of here. Obviously, this has been an ordeal for the parents as well as for Paris Hilton. They have had to go through what is obviously a difficult few weeks, seeing their daughter incarcerated, having her given back to them for that 24 hours when she was released, believing then that she would be able to serve the rest of the time at her home in the Hollywood Hills, and then suddenly having that hope crushed as well, and seeing her come back here to this facility where she has been for the last couple of weeks. So it has been a difficult time for them. You can imagine the emotions they have gone through, whether they are also asking themselves the questions about their parenting skills and the way they have brought Paris Hilton up is obviously an open question, but there is obviously going to be a lot of soul searching within this family when Paris Hilton finally walks out. But for Kathy and Rick Hilton, this ordeal appears to be nearing an end now. They should be able to see their daughter, hug their daughter, hold her in their arms, and take her home in the next few minutes. Now, thousands of flashbulbs now going off as she emerges from around the corner here. We should get our first sight of the free Paris Hilton right now. Here she comes, walking alone, looking a little shy about it. Let's see if we can get a word with her. She's still obviously there, has the model walk. She's now running towards her mother, Kathy. We're going to lose some of our pictures here in this melee. The sheriff's deputies have tried to keep it under control, clearly unable to at the very last. But that is Paris Hilton, now a free woman. I think a couple of interesting points there, Suzanne. She did look somewhat shy as she walked along this walk between the lines of media, but she still had that very model-like walk. She was still putting on a show for the camera. So that really, the two sides of Paris Hilton that we now have to see which one triumphs. Is it the Paris Hilton who wants the attention? Is it the Paris Hilton who wants to be on life's catwalk, taking all the attention, seeing the flashbulbs go off? Or is it the new, shyer Paris Hilton, more humble Paris Hilton perhaps, who really, after this humbling experience, wants to do some good? Now she is in the car. She's about to drive off, driving away to freedom. The helicopters will follow her. This will be the sort of media event that perhaps only Los Angeles can put on. There are several news helicopters in the sky now. They will follow that black Escalade all the way. But Paris Hilton is now back with her parents, Kathy and Richard.